So the episode picks up from when Yuji got caught capping about not knowing Gojo. But while Yuji was putting up the worst spy performance in history, we cut to Megumi moving like a horror movie character behind this guy right here. And next thing you know, he submits him with a triangle choke, moving like prime Tony Ferguson. At the same time, these two guards pull up on Panda and he starts putting on a circus act. But before they knew it, Panda laid them out, got this dude unconscious while still standing. So then they meet up on the roof, but unfortunately for them, they run into Kirara. She then looks back like, wait a minute.
Who are you?
And she remembers that Yuji and Megumi walked in together, so she puts 2 and 2 together and figures out that they were from Jujutsu High. She reaches for her phone to warn Hakari, but Megumi is on her ass. He unleashes Demon Dog at her, but as soon as he gets close, she sends him flying. Look at Megumi's face, bro. He cannot believe that he just got hit with a Shinra Tensei. We then see a blue mark on everybody indicating that she already tagged all of them. So she gets to sprinting, but Panda starts running after her, knowing damn well he's never catching up. But he's trying to tell her that they come in peace and they're trying to get Hakari's help. She was not trying to hear none of that though. So Megumi sends Demon Dog again, but Megumi gets stuck onto his own dog. He realizes that her technique is too unpredictable, so he makes the wise decision to try and talk it out again. Basically telling her, yo, we don't affiliate with them Jujutsu High old heads no more. You do know what's going on in Tokyo, right? Shit done got leveled by all the evil curses you can think of. Sukuna, Jogo, Maharaga, shit, even Toji came back, and they were all treating Shibuya like a playground. So we absolutely need Hakari's help right now. And she's like, y'all done kicked us out of Jujutsu High first, now you guys want to come crying to us asking for help? It doesn't work like that. And Megumi's like, that's what I'm trying to tell you. We do not affiliate with Jujutsu High at the moment. And what she says next is the only right thing to ask in this situation. I am not gonna lie. Wait, don't y'all got Gojo? Why you here trying to get Hakari when you got literal Satoru Gojo, bruh? You got a man that changed the balance of the universe when he was born, but instead y'all want a gambling fiend that runs an illegal fight club? Yeah, alright. Megumi then breaks the news to her that the GOAT Satoru Gojo got caught lacking and is now sealed. We pan back to Kirara and she's given the bro, fuck is you on face. And I don't blame her because locked up and Gojo in the same sentence does not sound right. Megumi then summons his rabbits, but he then realizes that all of them got a mark on them that reads a crux. But he doesn't remember them being tatted, so he realizes something's up and gets rid of the rabbits ASAP. And honestly, good, because last time he used the rabbits, they were as useless as the take picture button on Instagram. They got eviscerated by Toji. But it didn't matter this time because he wasn't planning on using them anyway. He was just trying to figure out Kirara's technique. So he asked Panda if he has a mark on his body, and lo and behold, it was on his ass cheek. Megumi looks at his stomach and he too had a mark on him. Nah, rewind that though, rewind it, cause the homie Megumi been hitting the gym. He looking swole as hell right now. But that's besides the point, because seeing this Imai mark, he finally puts the pieces together and figured out that her technique is based on constellations. But Kirara's like, you don't gotta be a genius to figure that out. Basically saying to Megumi that he's not cooking for shit. But what he said next would put those words right back in her mouth, because Megumi name drops the exact constellation that she uses, the Southern Cross. And the fact that she made this face confirmed to Megumi that he hit the nail on the head with this one and he was right about her technique. But just knowing that much wasn't going to be able to beat her, so Panda and Megumi lock in and figure out that there's a 5th star. Not gonna lie, there was more to this technique than that they explained in the episode, but I got a walnut brain. I'ma just admit that right now. So that's the simple version you're gonna get from me, cause Gege really just be writing a whole lot of bullshit when making these powers. But Kirara realizes that the more these boys talk, the closer they're getting to the truth. So she makes a move and marks a car with the same star that she marked Panda with. But his stupid ass tries throwing it at her, and as you could guess, it comes right back at him, and bro is flying all over the place, moving like his cousin Poe, goofy as shit. After this, Megumi starts trying to break down her technique in his mind again, and this is where they lost me again, because they start talking about how the parking spot's got a tag on it. So Megumi comes to, I'm not gonna lie, I'm not even gonna try and explain this. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I'm not even gonna act like I know what any of this shit means. To me, it just sounds like a bunch of rocket science. We might need a hood council meeting to break this episode down. It's that severe. She then throws a coin and attracts herself to it, making her go faster, and all of a sudden appears right in front of Megumi and sends him flying. But Megumi isn't going down yet. He lobs one of his rabbits to Panda. He then throws it back down and touches the spot that had a crux on it. And this had something to do with the order of the stars, but bro, like I said, my brain not big enough to understand this. But she sends a street light and a car at Megumi, but she gets snuck by Demon Dog, hitting her with the craziest WWE move. She came straight out of WrestleMania. Megumi finally subdues her and instead of doing her crazy like he should have in my opinion, he starts begging her to please just hear them out. And this time it works and she agrees. But as soon as things look like they're on the up and up and that they're about to turn around, Yuji busts through the door and is not looking too good for bro right now. Cause Hakari walks out too and bro is looking angry as shit. And I don't blame him. Yuji was trying to play him like a fool, talking about who's Satoru Gojo. As soon as Yuji said that, I was like, yeah,
this nigga gonna die.
Yuji tells everyone to back off and that he's gonna handle this. Hakari is just one of those dudes that no matter what you say, there's a big chance that he might take offense to it. And this was one of those situations because he thinks Yuji is disrespecting him by telling everybody to move out the way. He hits Yuji with the meanest overhand, but Yuji gets back up and in his mind he's thinking that Hakari is the only chance they got right now. It's their last hope. So for the mission he has to take these hits and not dodge these punches. Even Kirara is trying to tell Hakari that all they need is their help, but apparently he doesn't care and hits Yuji with another uppercut. And at this point I'm low-key feeling bad for Yuji. He looking all depressed and shit like, this not the Yuji I know, fam. Hakari then asks Yuji, out of everyone, why me? And Yuji's like, my seniors were glazing how tough you were, and yeah, that's about it. And you know how I said Hakari is the type of guy to get offended by anything? Well, he says to Yuji that he doesn't like that answer and starts saying, you're coming to ask me for help? You know what that means, right? You're asking me to put my life on the line for you. So you gotta show me that you got that dog in you, cause I'm not going into battle with a bum. Yuji then comes back with the most emotionless answer he has ever uttered in his life. He says that he's nothing but a cog in the bigger machine. He's just part of the system and that he's nothing special. And this man Hakari wasn't satisfied with that answer, so he sends him flying again. Like at this point, if I'm Yuji, I'm bringing a lawyer so he can help me because nothing I say is getting through to this man. Hakari then looks at Yuji like, you good, man? Thinking that he killed him. Hakari then tells Megumi and Panda to take Yuji and skedaddle. By the way, the nearest hospital is half a mile away. But Yuji appears behind him, jump scaring Hakari, and he can't believe this man is alive, let alone speaking. After this, Yuji pulls off a Hall of Fame Talk no Jutsu performance. Hey, the Naruto jacket came in handy, I guess. Hakari finally agrees, remembering that the good old days were when he had starter locks, and that time of his life was amazing because he enjoyed helping his friends. The guy has a good heart after all. But just as it looks like everyone is about to become one big happy family, you know, classic JJK, a messenger curse pulls up and ruins the moment, announcing a player has just added a new rule to the Culling Games. And the rule is that the players will have access to this information about other players: their name, the number of points they managed to accumulate, the rules they added, and their colony. So basically everyone in the Culling Game will have a whole FBI case file on the other players. We cut to the person who made all the rules, and it's Hajime Kashimo. I'm not a manga reader, so I don't know anything about him, but apparently this man is really like that. But I guess we'll find out.